Bet you didn't know there's a place where Kentucky football and basketball fans unite. Welcome to Big Blue Breakdown. Whether you bleed blue or just love a good game, we've got the latest stories, hottest takes, and a whole lot of hometown pride. Hit play and join the conversation. This is your home for all things Kentucky sports.
All right, welcome in everybody to the Big Blue Breakdown. This is episode 34 here, 34, not 84. I'm your host, Jaxson Thurmond. Thank you guys so much for joining the podcast. If you are watching here on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on the notifications so you can get alerts about new videos, lives, and everything like that here on the YouTube. And if you want to, go follow us on TikTok, X, and Instagram, obviously here on YouTube and on Spotify. If you're listening on Spotify, make sure to follow there. Also comment. I can read comments there and reply as well. I'm more than happy to reply to anything here on YouTube as well. We're posting a lot of clips on social media, a lot of polls. I'll be reposting a lot of Kentucky things. So go on there, follow us. A lot of great content coming out on there as well. Make sure not to miss a thing. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in here. We have a packed slate here for episode 34. We're going to talk about 2024 O-line review, 25 O-line preview. Is this an improved unit, or is it a step back from last year? We're going to grade them, and then we're going to talk about Mark Stoops' 2025 press conference, which I think there's a lot of confidence, quiet confidence going into this year, and I really, really want to talk about that. But first, we're going to take a small little break here and talk about our first ever sponsorship for the show. We will be right back here to episode 34. Thank you guys so much for joining in, and let's take a listen. Hello, everybody. We wanted to take a break in this episode to tell you about our friends over at W Energy. W is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like any other energy drink. Some facts about W. Number one, it's zero sugar, artificial colors, or dyes, or hidden ingredients. It is also gluten-free. Number two, all flavors are unique and custom made by W. You'll never taste anything like a W drink. Number three, the drinks are $1 less, guys. That is cheaper than Starbucks or any canned drink. Lastly, it is made in the U.S. It is close to home. Guys, if you guys are looking forward to going to a Kentucky football game or Kentucky basketball game and you need some energy, get W. W is the perfect thing for you working out and you need some energy. You need W. You need W throughout the day. It is for you. Use promo code BIGBLUE10 to get 10% off every single order. Guys, it not only just helps you guys be able to have a clean energy drink that you can use all the time with the tubs that they give you. It helps me and it helps the channel keep growing. And with you guys, if you guys do that, it helps us post more content and helps them, guys. So it's a win-win-win for everybody. But thank you guys so much for your time here. Please go check out W. Check out their website. And when you are about to purchase something, use promo code BIGBLUE10 to get 10% off your order. Thank you guys so much for listening to that. Please go check them out. It not only helps us in the channel, but it will help you guys moving forward. As I mentioned in that video there, use code BIGBLUE10 for 10% off on your order. Go check out W. Really, really great stuff over there. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into this episode here. Let's talk about the 2024 O-line. So in 2024, this was really the unit, the group. You had Marquise Cox at left tackle, and the backup was Malachi Wood. Marquise Cox was pretty solid for us. He was previously at Northern Illinois. Then you got left guard Jagger Burton. Played last year. He's had his ups and downs, and we'll actually get into that in this video. Abel Selm was a freshman last year. Both actually them guys are returning, and Malachi Wood. Then you lose center Eli Cox, and Kobe Keenum. Eli Cox goes to the NFL, was pretty easily our best offensive lineman last year. Very, very great center in Kobe Keenum. I think he ended up transferring to, it might have been West Virginia. No, West Virginia. Maybe it was Mississippi State. It's something like that. Right guard Jalen Farmer, who is returning. Dylan Ray is transferring, and then we had right tackle Gerald Mincey, who was from Tennessee, and he was solid. The left guard position was not great last year. Neither was the left tackle. Right tackle was not great either. Anthony Crease ends up transferring out himself. So last year really wasn't that great. And I want to go ahead and get into the numbers of why this unit last year was definitely a disappointment. There was a lot of hype actually going into last year with this group, and they just did not pan out great really at all. And you could see that from looking at the tape and looking at the games that Kentucky played last year. Almost every single game, the quarterback was under pressure, and the run game wasn't great either. So let's go ahead and actually jump into some of these stats here. This is opponent sacks on your team. Where was Kentucky last year? 115th. That is absolutely terrible, guys. Absolutely terrible. The only team that I see here that was solid last year was South Carolina. Mississippi State ended up going 2-10, I believe, 3-9, 2-10. South Carolina was the only solid team on this list that was okay. Arkansas was okay last year. I guess UCLA was okay. But you see the except for South Carolina, really, when an opponent has so many sacks on you, that leads to losses. And Kentucky ended up giving up 35 sacks last year and giving up 291 yards on sacks and almost 3 sacks a game. That is absolutely terrible. You can see how bad that unit was last year. And we could not protect the quarterback. I think it was in the Tennessee game. We had some success because we ended up going with I think a 12 personnel maybe, and just keeping the tight ends in there and maybe having 2 receivers run routes. But then it limited us to only 2 receivers running routes, and we just couldn't figure out how to stop a defensive line from getting to the QB. And the rushing wasn't terrible. It was really the strength of our offense last year. But, man, for something to be our strength, it was pretty bad. So let's go ahead and jump into that as well. Rushing yards per game last year, 81st. That's not great. That is not great. You see all these teams here. You see them. They were not great last year, except for maybe Illinois. Illinois is maybe the only lone team here that was solid last year. We average we average 4 yards a rush. That's not necessarily terrible. It's not great either. We had 1,747 rush yards last year in 12 games. So you can see the pass protection was absolutely abysmal. The rushing was, I want to say, below average. The rushing was below average, and that's not because of our running backs. No, that is simply because of how bad our offensive line was last year. And it's been like that now for a couple of years. Now, I do want to go ahead and say it was Eric Wolford's first year back last year, and it is good to have him and Bush have some continuity together now. I think Eric Wolford is an absolutely tremendous offensive line coach, and he's got his guys now, and guys that have been a couple of guys. I know we've lost a lot. A couple of guys that have been in the system and that have played and can really show these transfers like what we want to do on different runs, different passes. So I think having Bush and having Eric together is really, really good going into year 2. So I think just from that standpoint, you can see a possible improvement there. But I really want to go ahead and talk about the guys. Excuse me, I didn't mean to get that one right there. The guys Kentucky is bringing in. Kentucky's incoming offensive line transfers. Alex Wilschlager, offensive tackle, 6'7", 305. And then Shiaj Pete, offensive tackle, 6'8", 320. Absolute massive. By the way, Alex Wilschlager was like an all-conference. Is it the MAC that Bowling Green's in? I believe so. MAC, he's like an all-MAC player right there from Bowling Green. And then you got Shiaj Pete from New Mexico State, who is an absolute stud, guys. Absolute stud. Joshua Braun, who could arguably be our best offensive line pickup from Arkansas. I believe he plays, is it left guard, right guard? I could be wrong on that. Left guard, right guard. He's a transfer from Arkansas who was preseason. He is a third-team SEC player. And then you got center Evan Wibberly from WKU, and then you got Rob. Now, these last two guys, I think, are more depth pieces going into the year, like quality depth pieces going into the year. But Rob Fogler, offensive tackle, 6'7", 304. And then you got Cameron Jones from James Madison, 6'6", 330. I legit think the first four, Alex Wilschlager from Bowling Green, Shiaj Pete from New Mexico State, Joshua Braun from Arkansas, Evan Wibberly from WKU, are legit SEC offensive linemen, like really, really good offensive linemen. And I think Rob Fogler and Cameron Jones are solid pieces there to go along with that and to really give us some solid depth and some experience that is not, I don't think, is necessarily going to be starting. The next thing is I want to talk about the sheer size of this group. Like, this is SEC offensive line size, and this is finally what Mark Stoops wants to get back to. When Kentucky has been good, they have been good in the trenches, and they have been good on the offensive line, and they've been good on the defensive line. These are legit, guys, I'm telling you right now, these are legit SEC offensive linemen, and they're absolutely humongous. Like, I'll go down through the line here. 6'7", 305, 6'8", 320, 6'6", 338, 6'5", 296, 6'7", 304, 6'6", 330. The smallest guy here is 6'5". 6'5". That is absolutely insane. The sheer size, they are SEC big up front. That's what I wanted to say. They're SEC big up front, and I think they are legitimately good. And I think we got some legit depth here. But after the some of the starters come out, I'm talking about specific positions. I think there could be some trouble. I like Malachi Wood, Jagger Burton. I don't know if he'll start this year, and if he is a backup, I think that's a pretty daggone good backup right there. But he brings a lot of really, really good SEC experience, and then you got some really talented freshmen. And let me hit the mic there. Really, really talented freshmen. But I really, really like this group of transfers right here. But I want to go ahead and get into something here on the left. This is the SEC 2025 O-line rankings. I'm not sure who this is by. Probably need to go check that out. I know who it's by. I got it. But let's see here. Number 1, they have Alabama. Number 2, they have Texas A&M. And yes, this image is a little bit messed up because I had to screenshot this. So there is the multiple teams twice on here. It's just 2 pictures. Number 1, Alabama. Number 2, Texas A&M. Number 3, Florida. Number 4, Georgia. Number 5, Texas. Number 6, LSU. 7, Auburn. 7, Missouri. I think those are tied, and Ole Miss is tied. 7, Ole Miss. 10, South Carolina. 11, Tennessee. 12, Oklahoma. 13, Arkansas. 14, Mississippi State. 15 Kentucky. Kentucky is sitting at the 15th spot in their projections of offensive line rankings, and 16 Vanderbilt. And they're doing this by some type of number ranking here. Guys, I don't get it. When you see the guys that we brought in, Joshua Braun is an all SEC offensive lineman, and then you look at guys like Shiosh Peets and Alex Wolschlager. How can you not say that this group is solid? Maybe a 12-10. How do you not see that? I don't understand that. Maybe they're doing it based off of returning production. But man, I haven't heard anybody really not like this group. This group their sheer size is impeccable. I am really, really excited for this transfer group right here, specifically. And this is what when Kentucky has been good in football under Mark Stoops, they have had a really, really good offensive line, and I think these guys have the potential to get us back to those days. I really am excited for this group. I really am. I really, really like this group a lot. I think they have a lot of potential. Again, I want to keep saying this here. They have sheer size, guys. Sheer size. SEC caliber size up front. And they have they don't have the SEC experience necessarily, but they have the experience in general. I really, really like this group up front. Their experience, they got the size, and I think they legit got the talent up front to be really, really good. I think it's just gelling and understanding the playbook. Before I move forward, I want to thank everybody that has subscribed. We are up to 33 subscribers here, and we are on a sub goal of getting to 500. So please make sure to subscribe, and it's big if you turn on those notifications so you can get the videos. Subscribe. It really helps the channel for you guys to get quality content moving forward. Thank you guys so much for all the subscribers so far. Let's keep that up. Okay, moving on here. I don't want to press this wrong one here. I want to talk about the 2025 offensive line, 2024 offensive line. As you guys already know, I am rolling with this 2025 Kentucky offensive line over last year's offensive line. How can you not, guys, take this year's offensive line over last year's based on literally the experience and some all-conference guys coming in, one even from the SEC, and legit see their size and their production at their past school. And then we got some solid guys returning. Malachi Wood, I think, has a bright future at Kentucky. I think Jagger Burton has he didn't have a great season, guys. He did not have a great season last year. But I think he can be better this year. I think he has a better surrounding staff than he did last year. I think that they are legitimately going to be better at protecting the quarterback just in general. And I think not only do we have a better running back room this year, but you add that with having a better offensive line, I think they are really, really going to help us. And that's my prediction, is that they're going to be really, really good. Like, I could see this being a top 5 unit in the SEC, and that'll end up being really, really good, guys. And then it really just comes down to, for this offense, how well does Zach Calzada perform, and what does his weapons look like, and is he able to distribute to them? And you set him up in a better position when this group is good. So I'm really, really excited about this group. Again, production at other schools really, really well. They are really, really, really good. The sheer size of these guys is absolutely massive. All SEC size guys, like huge. And I legit think they have the skill to be very, very good. Moving on to, I think, number 6 here. Maybe I'm wrong. I want to go ahead and give Kentucky. I'm going to grade them as we did last time. Did I spell grade wrong? How in the world did I spell grade wrong? Here. How in the world did I spell grade wrong? But this is the Big Blue grade for Kentucky's O-line in 2025. We do it 1 through 10. I've explained this in the past video. We do it 1 through 10, and obviously 10 being the best, 1 being the absolute worst. Let me show you how high I am on this group. And I think this is if you want to be high on a group, it doesn't matter about like the position. If you want to pick a group to be high on, for me it's the offensive line, because they make everybody else look so much better. If you're able to give the quarterback time, it can show their legit talent. It can show running backs their legit talent. And I think this group is really, really good. So I'm going to give them a grade of 9 out of 10. I'm going to take a break for a drink here. Soon I will be repping the W drinks out here. I think my package is coming in tomorrow. I'm so excited for that. We'll be repping that on videos from now on, so you guys can actually have a visual and see what it looks like, and I'll tell you how it tastes. I'm being completely honest. I'm not just going to sit here and say, oh yeah, it tastes good because they're sponsoring me. I'm going to legit be honest and like tell you my favorite flavors and all that. But yeah, just want to mention that. But I give us a grade of 9 out of 10. I am really, really high on this group. Really, really high. They're my favorite unit. They're my absolute favorite unit. I think they can make everybody else better and raise the floor of this team. I just think we have to see them do it, because we said this many years in a row. Like, are we actually going to get back to this big blue wall thing? Well, I think we can. But now it's just a wait and see, because we said it so many times. But this group, I think, has the best chance to do it out of any other group in the last couple of years. That is my take on this year's 2025 Kentucky offensive line. I want to go ahead and move on here to some of the quotes from Mark Stoops and Bush Hamdan that really stuck out to me, that I personally really like. I think if you go watch it, go to KSR. They have absolute tremendous videos out on these interviews and everything like that. They get exclusive access and all that stuff. But yes, go check them out. Go check them out. Go check out the video where they have Mike Leach, Mark Stoops, Bush Hamdan, and Brad White sitting all right there. Really, really good video. And if you listen to the press conference that Mark Stoops has, he seems confident. He seems confident in this group, and you actually like to hear him speak about the players and stuff like that, which you don't get to hear him speak about a lot. Now, I'm not saying that him being confident in this team turns us into a playoff contender. I'm just saying it's good to hear head coach be confident, and a successful season here is making a bowl game again, or getting to 5 wins and having really competitive games. So it's good to hear that coach has some confidence moving in this group, as do I, as I am breaking this team down. This team, I think, has the potential to go to a bowl game and win a bowl game and be competitive in a really, really competitive SEC. That's what we're doing here as we are breaking down this unit. So let's go ahead and jump into the first quote here. Bush Hamdan. This offensive line is going to remind us of some of the best offensive lines here, said Hamdan. Now, as I just broke them down, I know it's kind of hard to watch film on offensive linemen, but I did, And as go watch Kentucky Wildcat highlights. Best highlights right there. He literally does, I think, every single player that is transferred in. Gosh. And he circles it on the screen, so it makes it a really easy watch. The guys that we're getting are absolute dominant. Absolutely dominant. I don't care where they're from. Joshua Braun, Arkansas. Really, really good player. He was from Florida, actually, before going to Arkansas. Shiosh Pete, I think, is going to be our best offensive lineman. That is just my personal opinion. I think Evan Waverly is actually going to start over Jagger Burton in the center position. Jagger Burton is probably going to be moved to center and then possibly offensive tackle. I could see him being a backup there. I think Alex Wolschlager is going to be really, really good as well. But I am really, really high on this group. Is this going to be the next Big Blue Wall? Maybe this is the start to get back to that moving to the future. Because I'm seeing this season as a foundation point again to get back up to conversations about this team possibly going 8-4, and then we shock everybody by going 9-3 or something. I think this is the starting foundation, and this is a really, really good starting foundation for this offensive line. And if we're able to be good with them and then return some guys, it's the start, guys. And maybe we see that with this team this year. Moving on to Mark Stoops' quote, which I really like this because there was a lot of talk about culture in the program and how Mark Stoops has let that slip. And he wanted to get back to that. He wanted to get back to what he was doing best, which is what? Really, really good culture, really, really good offensive line, really, really good run game, really good defensive line. He has really hit all those points, and he's got back to what has worked before. We're obviously going to see if that's going to work again, but I think he's setting himself up for success in the best possible way here. And this is a really good thing of leadership in this quote here. And this is just like that culture thing and getting back to that and setting another foundation here, as I've been talking about. Let's read this off here. Kentucky football Mark Stoops shared an anecdote about 100% participation in summer workouts for the first time in 13 years, meaning that no player missed a workout. This level of participation suggests a positive shift in the team's culture and accountability, particularly a difficult 2024 season. Stoops emphasized the commitment displayed by his players. Again, this is the foundation, guys, of getting back there. The culture is starting to build up once more. The offensive line is starting to build up once more. To me, with the players that we are getting, and Eric Wolford really setting that tone once more. I would love for us to get back to, that really, really good offensive line that quarterback's going to have time back there, and we're going to be really, really solid in the run game. And then it's really up to skill position players to do their job. But if the offensive line isn't clicking, that hurts literally everyone. Everyone cannot do their job. But that is my take. I think we're going to be really, really solid this year, guys, on the O-line. Thank you guys so much for joining in here to episode number 34. Go check out W, guys. Again, I am getting mine here soon. I will show that. Use code BIGBLUE10 to get 10% off your order. They have really, really great stuff, guys. Get it. Have clean energy. Have a clean drink. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to episode 34. I'm your host, Jaxson Thurmond. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, X, Instagram. Obviously, subscribe here on YouTube and follow us on Spotify. We're going to be posting some clips from this one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And as always, go Cats.